Today I have a plan with me video. These apparently do really well, which is kind of funny because I feel like I am the queen of organized-ish chaos, but somehow you all like these videos. So I am doing one specifically for September. Hello, friend and fellow adventurer. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kayla. I am a multi-passionate creative, doing all the things and going first, so you don't have to. Around these parts, you will see me fail forward. I'm okay to fumble, doesn't bother me. As long as we're learning and moving forward, I like to talk about pace that is realistic, really working with our current capacity, and really trying to avoid hustling in order to level up. We want to level up our creative mastery without all of the hustle. As we're moving into the fall season, I have a lot of personal creative projects that I'm excited about, and so I just feel like this month and to the end of the year, I'm gonna need some structure that kind of keeps me in my lane moving forward, because there's a lot of stuff that I really care about and I want to finish those things, or at least get to the milestones that I am hoping to get to. So this month is gonna be a little bit more specific. Today I'm actually working from home instead of my office, which is only a 3-minute walk from here. I twinged my back a little bit at the gym yesterday, so I'm here. I don't have my regular microphone, but we're gonna work with what we got. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know how much I am a pen and paper girly. I'm trying to use Notion specifically as a digital app to help me organize all of my ideas, but I like to start with pen and paper. I'm going to pass you off to Faceless Kayla, and then I will meet you back here at the end. Hello, and welcome to the Faceless portion of this video. I am not working at my office today because my back really hurts. I kind of tweaked it working out the other day. So I figured I would work here from home, which means I don't have my really nice mic, but that is definitely okay. As you all know, I like pen and paper. It's helpful for me to start off with pen and paper. So I figured we could do a plan with me for September. And we'll do this portion on paper first, and then we'll move over to the computer. So I think on this side I'm gonna do September 2024. Now, when I'm doing these, I'm not working on perfection. This is all about this is more of a brainstorming, if I can spell, over perfection. Okay, so we are looking for messy is good. Okay, organization, that's gonna be later. Okay, that's later. So with that in mind, everything I'm gonna work here. Like I've said before, I like to have one notebook. I like to have one notebook where it is my catch-all. Now, I still have a planner, which we will probably work on today as well. So like I have a planner, I got this for $3 when it was on sale. I still like filling this out. I really don't keep up with it very often, but sometimes it's nice to kind of have an overview for the month. So we'll still do this. And then of course I have other small little notebooks, so I have little notebooks that I use. And then I also have some of these, making messes. I also have weekly planners that sometimes I'll use if I'm feeling like I need something different. But again, I have various notebooks. At the end of the day, I have one catch-all notebook that is very helpful for me. If you've seen my other Plan With Me video, then you know that I have kind of a breakdown where I start off with blogs, and then I break that down into kind of two categories where we're more my teaching, where I'm actually kind of teaching, giving tips, encouragement, and then I have lifestyle, which is more about me and behind the scenes as a multi-passionate. That blog becomes the script for the YouTube, which also becomes the outline for various Instagram posts. I'm a big fan of carousel posts, so I usually do that. And then it also becomes various things for threads. And then eventually, I forgot to have this one here, it becomes more intimate content for my Patreon, which I just launched last Friday. How I have my content strategy right now is the goal is to blog first, and then I blog becomes the script for YouTube. Gosh, I can't spell. Which becomes the outline for Instagram. And threads, we'll put that as well. Even though threads is kind of I'm just basically sharing from here to here. And then that also filters down into my Patreon, where they are getting more exclusive, maybe a PDF. Basically, I'm creating strategy guides here. And this is also where people can follow along my self-publishing journey and all that good stuff. So let's see if I need to adjust this at all. I'll bring this down just a little bit. So my focus for September, I really want to focus on me being the niche. So I really want to shift from this, what should I post? What should I post? How can I get more followers? How can I get more people in the community? Instead of focusing on that, because honestly, it stresses me out, I want to focus on creating a consistent, just a consistent rhythm. Gosh, I can't spell. Oh, whatever. Consistent rhythm of posting and engaging. In theory, I would like to post every day, like batch all my content and then post every day. That's the goal, is to batch and then post scheduled daily content, and then basically log on 1 to 2 times a day to engage, right? This is kind of the goal, and we're shifting more towards, basically lifestyle. I'm going to be sharing, yes, are there opportunities for digital products to join the Patreon? Absolutely. But I'm kind of taking off the table worrying about money making opportunities or numbers or marketing. I just want to share the love of creating. So that's my focus for this month. With that said, there's a few things that I want to integrate as well. So I relaunched my Patreon. So I want to keep a lot of my CTAs, my call to actions, pushing here. I also want, for my newsletter, I want my CTAs pushing here. And I actually just rewrote both of these default so I can copy and paste. So I do not have to overthink creating another caption, right? So I've already created default captions for these two. I want to really start integrating these into every post. My projects right now, the big one is self-publishing. That's the big one right now. But I've also got YouTube And I've got my podcast. And I have Instagram, but Instagram I'm less worried about. I'm really also shifting to long form creation. I'm really exhausted by the short form. I'm also writing music to go with this, so I need to get moving on that. So this is a huge priority here. Numbers wise, I think I should shoot for daily. If I can batch enough content to do daily, I would do daily. Otherwise, I think if I do 3 posts a week, 1 reel a week, that's doable, specifically on Instagram. And then I think on YouTube, it's hard because I would like to post 2 a week. Sometimes I get 2 a week, but I think 1 video a week is what we should shoot for, with 6 videos a month, a stretch goal. And I can fit the 2 other videos somewhere else. So this is YouTube, this is IG. I think over on, for now, my newsletter, I have a lot of different segments. So I have like creative inspiration segment. I have all these different segments that people have signed up for. But I think right now, if I do 1 roundup a month, I think that's good. And then maybe a little bit of a stretch, like 3 emails over the whole month. I really don't want to be sending more than 1 email a week, because I know I don't like getting a lot of emails. And then for my blog, I think 1 blog a week is a good goal. I think a stretch goal again would be 6 blogs a month. Those are those numbers. I also really need to get my first draft edit complete, because I need to send that out to my beta reader, one of my beta readers. Okay, so that's kind of like, this is my overall goals for September. All right, let's switch this out real quick. Keep this over to the side. And now I'm gonna go to this guy. Again, this is just a page that I really, really like. I don't even fill out absolutely everything here, but let's go ahead and fill out in a more clean version, and then we will move over to the laptop, do the digital version. So action items. I think probably my biggest one is I need to have my first draft edit of my fantasy duology. I need this to be done because I need to send this out. Ideally, I would like it done in about 2 weeks. That's going to be a very stretch goal for me, but that is a very, very big one for me. I would just like to solidify my Patreon. I have some really cool things that I've been posting in the Patreon. I want to just get a consistent schedule there. I also just kind of want to get a set rhythm. Gosh, I cannot spell today. Well, ever, but get a set rhythm. And these are kind of my big action items. I know there are more things in there, but I can put that digitally somewhere else. Let's see. Actually, we'll do this. Do 4 to 6 YouTube vids. We are going to do 4 to 6 blogs. And then we are going to do 1, 2, 3 newsletters. And let's see, I would like to do 3 to 5 Patreon posts. And then 3 posts a week, or 4 posts a week, 4 times 4 is 16. So we'll just say 10 to 16 IG posts. General numbers, general. All right. Physical health goals. I'm not going to share those with you because those are personal. This month's reward. Oh, I'll get my nails done. How about that? I'll get my nails done again. Career goals. I don't know really career goals. I did get a bonus, so I would like to set up a travel savings, specifically a high yield savings account. I want to get that done. Career goals, I don't know what to call. I don't know, career-wise. Oh, okay. Here's what we'll do. I want 150 YouTube subs. I'm at 93 now, so that's a stretch, but we might be able to get there. And then I would like 10 Patreon subs, because those are the numbers that really I care about a lot, are those two. Social goals, I don't know social goals. Beauty goals, I think for me on the beauty goals, not that this matters for you, but beauty goals, I would like to be doing 1 mask a week. We're heading into the winter, so I need some extra just care of my face, my facials, and all that good stuff. Social goals, I don't even know. Let's do mental health goals. I want to be better at sitting down and just doing an overview at the beginning and the end of the day. I used to do this, and it kind of goes up and down, but just begin and end day with reflection. That'd be great. Quotation of the month. I don't ever have anything like that. I am looking forward to, I think for me, finishing my fantasy duology. That's the goal. I might not finish it this month. It might be next month, but that's okay. The first book is done. The second book isn't yet. I'll come back for the highlight of the month. I'm grateful for flexibility and rest. Okay, don't forget Michigan trip. That's coming up. October. Okay, I did spell that right. Okay. So that gives me a little bit of an overview. This is what we have for September. We are going for the first draft. This is the big one. This is Zaduzi. This. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's come back over here. And let's create some various things that we can. Let's come back here and let's kind of brainstorm some ideas. Now, some of the ideas that I had for blogs already were, we had teaching. We said, let's see, how do I organize my ideas? Now, this whole month, I am going to be introducing the Sidequester strategy guide, so it's probably good to go ahead and have one of those. Sidequesters strategy guide intro. That's probably a good one to have. And what was the other one I said? Oh yeah, that one. Okay. Teaching widows. calculating. This is one of my most popular topics. I have a guide for this one as well, but calculating your current carrying capacity. I have a PDF for that. I have an assessment that people really like. So it wouldn't be bad to actually do a blog on that. And then lifestyle. We said morning person. And then we said my new content strategy. I already have the YouTube video, but it would be nice to make a blog of that. Strategy. And then this one I really want to do, but favorite books for NPCs. I'd also like to, let's see, kind of the testimony of my self-pup journey. Okay. And then, so these become my YouTube scripts, although it doesn't mean that I can't also do stuff outside of this. It's just a helpful guide. I've already done how to organize my ideas YouTube, but I haven't done the Sidequesters strategy guide video. Calculate current carrying capacity. That works well. Another teaching video. Oh, well, this is kind of teaching, this is kind of not, but I need to do my other Learn Notion with me. Actually, it's called How to Fail at Notion. So I'm learning how to use Notion. If you haven't seen those, it's basically me fumbling through the whole process. So I need to get another one of those in, because then I'm working with Sujan, who is a whiz at Notion, and she's going to help me create this Sidequester strategy guide, how to translate this into a digital format on Notion. So I've got to get the next one. I think I have 2 up. I would like to get 1 more video up before I call her in, and then we do a duo video. I'd like to get both of those in by the end of the month, but that might be stretching it, but we'll put it on there. So we'll say Learn Notion with Sujan. My goal is by the 4th one to have her come in and kind of teach me. And then, let's see, this is more lifestyle. I actually really want to do, I took a lot of video of Zephyr, his whole life, but I would like to do a goodbye vlog. I've wanted to do it for a while, and I've been putting it off because it's been really hard, but I would like to do that one. Let's see. I would like to do mid/late year reading rankings. And then, let's see, yeah. Fave NPC book and review. Oh, right. I need to redo my 7 layers deep. Remember, I might not get all of these done. And then I want to do my play Skyrim. And then I also need to update my welcome video. That is out of date by a long shot. That can be a really short one, so that should be able to get done. And then I do have a bookstore vlog. Maybe. We'll see. Might not be able to get all that done. Okay. And then let's go to the next page. I really don't like writing on this side. Don't ask me why. So let's go to Instagram. Start with carousel posts. Okay, so based on what we've been doing, So we can do a carousel post on how do I organize my ideas. We can do a video on, or sorry, a carousel post on my new content strategy. We can do the Sidequester strategy guide, very short version. I already have this one done, but I want to do a few jumpstart guides. These are similar to strategy guides, except they're very short. They're like a one-sheet PDF, and it's meant to be a quick win. So it's not going to solve all your problems, but if you're feeling like you're in a rut, for example, I made one about boredom, and if I'm done, if that one's done, I'll link it down in the description. But this is a jumpstart guide that's just meant to help you kind of kickstart whatever rut you might be in, or kickstart getting out of that. Jumpstart guide. I'd probably like to make 2 more of those. I would like to do a couple of memes, and I think they can be related to self-publishing, and let's see what else. Related to self-publishing, being a multi-passionate creative, dealing with social media burnout, okay. So those are some memes I can create. I obviously have my transparency reports. Those were weekly, but they haven't been coming as frequently, and that's okay. Transparency reports. What else can I do? Okay. I could rebrand my no, now, not now ideas. People usually like that one. I've been rebranding some of my older content, bringing it back up. And then let's see. Oh, let's do self-publishing timeline. That would be good. And then maybe just some general teasers for book. That could be a lot of different things. Could be mood boards, vision boards. Geez, I can't spell. Whatever. Character inspo, etc. Okay, cool. So then reels. What I really want to be doing with reels is I want to move away from like trying to do the trends. Like by the time I figure out the trend and what I'm going to do, I feel exhausted. I think I want to do more long form, because it's me anyways, long form talking videos. I did one the other day about how the more you talk about your art, the better you get at talking about your art. And that one did well, and I enjoyed making it. It was simple, it was easy. I kind of riffed, but, I had a couple of, trial and error, if you will. So I do think having some blooper reels would be funny, just to show the process. And then I want to do one, I talked about it in my stories today, but I want to do a reel that talks about basically connection with humans over messaging. Just talking about how marketing can be really hard for creatives. It doesn't have to be cringy. It can be beautiful, it can be fun. But the big thing is connection with humans, and this has to do with a book that I bought, or I'll just say this, story at Barnes and Noble. There's always somebody loud when I am videotaping. Okay, connection with humans, messaging. What other reels? Let's see. Let me just look at some of my notes I made here. So other talking ones I can talk about resistance. I can talk about the story behind my duology. Talk about pace. Talk about capacity. Can talk about my Sidequester strategy guide. So those are some various ideas that would be good. Let's do with that. And then, okay. And then let's go over to, for the Patreon, I want to create some character inspo boards. By the end, do I want to? I don't know when. I don't know the timing yet, but I would like to have the first chapter available for people to read. You know? Because why not? I want to create maybe 3 jumpstart guides. I'd like to create maybe just 1 strategy guide. And then we've got to do a few polls to figure out maybe art and music that go with the book. Just kind of asking, you know, what would people like? Would they like bookmarks? Would they like these kinds of things? Blah, 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 blah. And then I think what else I want to do here for the Patreon is I basically want to go back and re-record. This is going to take time, so this might not get all done in September, but I want to re-record some of my online courses that I've done in the past. I'm not really doing online courses anymore, but I think there's some good ones in the past that I really enjoyed, and I think I would like to brainstorm some other ones that I can have available on Patreon. So brainstorm some online courses. And then just non-related things. I need to update my shop. Hold on. I had another list. I don't know where it went. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so I did this. I did this. I did this. I did this. Oh, I need to update the podcast caption. And then I need to do, this is a really big one. I need to do the founders page on website. Basically, anybody who joins my Patreon, my Patreon is to support just the art projects that I'm pursuing right now. That is a fantasy duology and the music that I'm going to compose to go with it. So it's 1/2 to support me and to get first dibs on updates on that self-publishing journey. And then the other half is a resource library for creatives, for cozy creatives, multi-passionate creatives, like this. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. And so for those who join in the first 2 weeks that I relaunch my Patreon, they get founder status and they get their name on my website to say thank you. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you want to know more about the Patreon, that's also down in the description. Okay, so this kind of gives me a good idea of where I want to go. This is where we were. Kind of figured out, okay, these are the things I want to get out. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to pass you to other Kayla, and we will put all of this on the digital. So yeah. All right, welcome back. Hopefully seeing how I work through that process on paper was helpful to you. Now I am going to attempt to get this into my Notion. I'm still trying to work on my Notion, so we will see how this goes. But again, we are fumbling forward and one day at a time. So, all right. So I've been working on my Notion a little bit more. Oh, I gotta click on it. Yes. Okay. All right. So this is where I'm at. I'm getting to the place where I'm happier with how my homepage looks. I figured out that how to do the columns. I was not adding columns. I just thought that Notion was intuitive enough to figure out the columns, but apparently you have to tell it. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do all of this. But let's see. These are September milestones. These are going to change because I literally just did the actual brainstorming session. Let's just... Okay. Let's start here. Nope, you know what? I'm just going to start a new page. I know that this is going to get a little bit confusing, but that is okay. Okay. Let's do a page right here. And this is going to be September overview. Let's go up here. I'm learning how to do this. Let's do serif on this one. We like full width. Let's add a cover. Let's change the cover, upload. I have all of my stuff here in Notion images. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Reposition. Let's do something like that. Okay. Let's do columns. Let's see, we have blogs, YouTube, Instagram, and Patreon. Let's do 2 columns. And this one is going to go, we're going to do a heading here. We'll do heading. And this is going to be, we're starting with blogs. Blogs. To do. Okay. Oh, wait. You know what I want to do? Let's do drop down. What was it called? To-do list, but I think you can change the type. Toggle list. That's what I want. Okay, so this one is going to go teaching. Oh, okay, there we go. Figured it out. Okay, to-do list. Teaching, we want to do how do I organize my ideas? Sidequester strategy guide, introduction, and calculating current capacity, current carrying capacity. Okay. So that's cool. So I have my blogs, teaching and lifestyle. Let's go over here. Let's do heading 2. This is going to be YouTube. And then here, no. We're going to go up here. Thank you. We're going to do a toggle list, and this one's going to be, again, teaching. Oh, so you have to open it first. Okay. Teaching is going to be Sidequester's strategy guide. I'm going to move this forward, sorry. Calculating current carrying capacity. And we'll do learn Notion with me. Part the 3rd, learn Notion with me. Part the 4th, this one with Sujan, hopefully. And then, what did I say? Oh yeah, I need to do 7 layers deep, and then play Skyrim with no, now, not now ideas. Perfect. And then this one is going to be lifestyle. I'm going to open that up. To-do list. And that one is going to be my Zephyr goodbye vlog. Mid/late year reading ranking. Favorite NPC books and reviews. Update welcome video for YouTube channel. Bookstore vlog potentially. We'll see. This one we're moving over to Instagram. Let's do a toggle list. This one is going to be carousel posts. These ones I don't really separate between teaching and lifestyle simply because I don't really have specific like spots on Instagram. They're just my carousel posts. So we said carousel post, to-do list. Let's do how I organize my ideas, new content strategy, Sidequest strategy guide, jumpstart guide. Let's do, this one's going to be burden, jumpstart guide, burnout, meme dumps. I'd like to do maybe 3 of those. Transparency reports, which should be weekly. Self publishing timeline. Teasers for book. Those can be multiple different ones, but we said mood, vision boards, character inspiration, etc. Carousel posts, perfect. And then we're gonna go here. Let's do reel. Toggle list. We're gonna do reels. To-do list. Hey, I'm getting a little faster here. Blooper reel, because that's good. Process. Connection. Over marketing. Message. Well, not marketing because you are marketing, but messaging. My Barnes and Noble story. Do one on resistance. One on story behind my duology. And one on current carrying capacity, and then Sidequester strategy guide. And then I'm going to go back here and correct my spelling. Okay, Instagram. Okay. Patreon. Toggle list. Toggle. And this is going to be, maybe I don't need a toggle list on this one. We'll just do a to-do list. Character inspiration boards. Inspiration, I don't know why I said it like that. We want some jumpstart guides. We're gonna do burden, jumpstart guide, burn out. Let's do jumpstart guide. Oh, what was the other one I wanted to do? Jumpstart guide with we'll do overwhelm. That's a good one. And then let's do strategy guide, and this one will be confidence recovery. I like that one. And then let's do, we need to do polls on art, music, perks, something like that. Re-record online courses for library, brainstorm some online courses. I like to call them challenge cons. And then just heading, we'll do this, heading to this miscellaneous to-do list. We need to update my shop. I need to create podcast caption, and then I need to have a founder's wall on my website. Okay, so this is my September overview. This is what I want it to kind of look like, the things I would like to get done. Let's see how this looks. So if I go here, oh, that's kind of nice. So it bumps it down. That's really nice. Okay, teaching. What happens? Okay. So I think I like this. This is going to be my September overview. I would like to do more like a progress tracker or something like that, but that's okay because this is good. So I have my blogs, my Instagram, my YouTube, which is, those are the 3 main things I'm focusing on right now. Well, 4 if you include my Patreon. So the thing I don't know about this though is when that bumps up, if I come up here, okay. Oh, look at that. I'm figuring it out. Cool. Okay, I like that. So we just took everything that I just wrote down and we put it here in Notion. Would I like this to be a little bit more organized? Yes. And aesthetically pleasing? Yes. But I think this is good for now. This will work because this gives me my content, my September overview content strategy. Because this kind of lets me know, okay, so my blogs, I have my teaching blogs, and then I can kind of compare them over here with my teaching YouTube videos and see, okay, where am I at? And then I can mark those off, all that good stuff. Eventually, I'd like to have it to where this populates over here on my front page, right here, so I can kind of see like, oh, these are my September milestones and, you know, all those good things. But, you know, we can only do so much. We're doing the best that we can. All right, that is all I have for today. Thank you so much for coming along. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know if this is a kind of video you want me to keep doing. The last one did really well, which surprises me because I feel like I don't have the planning aesthetic, if you know what I mean, the organized aesthetic. Not that aesthetics are like the most important thing or anything like that, but a lot of people don't come to me for organizational tips, so I'm surprised that these videos are doing well and that you all like them. Let me know in the comments if that's something you like, if you enjoyed watching me kind of just brainstorm. I like showing you the behind the scenes process, not the, you know, hey, this is what I have, and then cut scene to when it's done. I hope you get to see the whole process and feel encouraged that it can be messy. Like, the middle is messy. At the end of last month, I launched my Patreon, aka relaunched my Patreon, because I've done this twice before and completely failed. And I want to say thank you to the first 4 people that have signed up. I'm so excited that you have decided to come along with me on this crazy wild adventure. Last year, I hit a really extreme wave of depression. I still don't know what triggered it, to be completely honest. But through that, my therapist told me to journal. I really do not enjoy journaling, so I started writing this fantasy story, and I say I accidentally wrote a fantasy duology because that's kind of what happened. I just started writing to process some of the dark thoughts that I was wrestling with in my mind, and out came this fantasy story. I sent that over to my friend. She read it, and she said, you know, you really should at least try to self-publish this. And I thought, no, I don't want to do that. It's just going to be for me. And then I became more and more proud of this story, and I decided, well, why not self-publish, because nobody's going to read it anyway. And then the more I told people about this story and how it came to be, the more people said they wanted to read it. So now I'm self-publishing, and I know there will be at least 10 people probably that want to read it. And that's cool. That's cool. Because originally I just thought it would be me and my friend Becca, who I sent chapters to, my writing buddy. The story centers around Nassim, who is a general in the Imperial Army. She is 36 years old. She is also a blacksmith. And she's also a persona non grata. She's put on a low-level prisoner transport, something that should be really, really easy. But, plot twist, everything goes awry and roles are reversed. Now she's finding out that these people that were always painted as the enemy might not be the enemy. There is political intrigue, there's elemental magic connected to environmental stewardship, there's magic also connected to mental health. We have older main characters who are capable of communicating their feelings. We have people who are actually trained and have a lot of training, not a 6-month montage where a 19-year-old becomes overpowered and the savior of the world. Nassim actually has a really great relationship with her family. Her parents are still alive, so we don't have an orphan there. There is an element of slow burn romance. It is closed door, but the romance is not the main thing. It's just there to kind of bolster the rest of the story and the adventure. There's a lot of fun stuff. I'm still learning. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still practicing my elevator speech, as you can tell. Basically, I wrote a book that were anti-tropes of the tropes that I got tired of seeing, specifically in young adult and new adult fantasy. If you love those books, there's nothing wrong with that. But during my personal wave of depression, I just needed to see somebody around my age who looked more like me, who didn't have this perfect life, and still was able to overcome. I just needed to see a character like that. So I wrote her. In some ways, I kind of wrote myself as the hero. So there's that. If that's something you are interested in, if that's intriguing in any way, then I encourage you to check out my Patreon down below. My Patreon is going to be where you are going to get first dibs. You are going to see behind the scenes. You get a little bit more one-on-one, face-to-face, if you will, in a digital way with me on my self-publishing journey. I do have a free tier, so even if you are on a budget, I would love for you to come along. I would love for you to be a part of this journey because it was wild, it was unexpected, and it was a complete accident. So I can't do this alone. I'm going for it. But it's scary. It's really scary. I'm not gonna lie. All of that information is down below. All right. I think we've come to the end. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Okay? Bye.